Hello Live Wires, Heather Boyd Wire here, and today it's Tip Tuesday. Today I'm trying something different. I ordered this little wire wrapping book from Booklet. This was created by Wyatt, and I ordered the materials that it called for. So there's 20 gauge square wire and 20 gauge half round wire. The instructions in the book actually call for 22 gauge wire, but I ordered the 20. I'm going to also change it up with the pliers. These are Booklet pliers, the chain nose and the round nose pliers. These are the Booklet cutters. I have a glass cabochon and I have some looping pliers. So the booklet's really cool. It has a couple of projects. It shows you what tools you're going to need and the wires, ideas for different things you can make. Step-by-step instructions, very clear images, and then the first one is for how to make wire components that you can make a bracelet. Really cool. I'm going to make the wire wrap stone setting. I'm going to skip the first step where they twist the center wire, only because I've never worked with square wire before. I'm going to play it really safe. So now we're just going to follow the instructions. I have the square wire first, and it says to cut two pieces. It says 22 gauge wire. I'm using 20, approximately 6 inches long, and then a third piece of 22 square wire that's 12 inches long. So that's probably because you have to twist the wire. I'm not going to twist the wire, but I'll just do as they say for the instructions. So we're going to cut 6 inches here, 6 inches there, and then I know I'm not going to need 12, so let's just do 10 because I'm not twisting the wire. But if you're twisting the wire, just follow their instructions. So now these are our 3 pieces of the square wire, and they say to straighten it out. So just straighten out the wires. So then it refers back to the first project where you have to band these pieces together. So I have 3 inches of the half round wire. It says to bend it around those 3 square wires. So we want to hold these 3 together, and so they're somewhat centered. The middle one's going to be the longer piece, and in the middle there we're going to take our half round wire, and the part that's flat, we're just going to place it down on those 3 square wires. And what you want to do is just push it down and around to bend it around here. And you can take your flat pliers and give it a little bit of a pinch. And then we want to take this one around to the front. So we have it around to the front here. Same thing, we can pinch it again. And we'll just keep going around as many times as we want to have it around there. So just pinch it as you go around here. I've never used this before. It's super fun. We'll go one more time. So there's 4, and then around that way. Really holds nicely in place because one side is flat. Now we want to cut with the flush cutters, get them right in there, give it a good little flush cut, flip it, and then the same thing here. We'll just give it a little flush cut in there, and then we can pinch it again a little bit. I realized for this project they're only doing it going around twice with the banding wires, so I just pulled it back, and I'm going to give it a flush cut in there. So there we go. Looks more like the sample. So now we want to band the 3 areas together. So imagine we want another one like on either side there. So we're just going to take 2 more pieces of the half round wire. So now let's just imagine maybe about 1 inch away, put the flat side down, and then just do the same where we bend it to the back. Give it a pinch, not too much, we might have to slide it down that way. Pinch, and that way, and just give it a little pinch. We'll do this one here to hold it together. So bend it in there, do a little pinch, make sure it's snugly in there, bend it that way, pinch a little bit, not too much, and then that way. Perfect. So now we really didn't need these wires to be that long, so we're just going to clip one there. So now we want to wind it around the cabochon. I like to get a circular form to help it out. So we'll just hold it on the round form and bring it around. And this one around here too, just to have an approximate idea of how it's going to sit. So we're just going to place it here to have an idea if these are nicely centered. They look pretty good. This one isn't super rounded, so we're just going to get that one and bring it around again. So once we have an idea like how that's positioned, make sure that's the same as that one. You might have to like adjust it a little bit. And then it says to open the outer circle with your thumbnail. Don't break your nails. We're going to bring it out like that. It says to split them with the pliers, but you have to start it first with your nails. So we're just going to push that one out. Okay. And then just take your chain nose pliers, kind of separate them like that. This one too, we're going to just take these with our thumbnails. We'll just spread those out a little bit. Stick the chain nose plier to either side of the center wire. It's going to be easier if you like sit one end on the table and then just kind of like pull them apart like that. This will be anchored on the table and you just pull it apart a little bit like that. So there we have, that looks much better than my first one. I'm going to try that. Again, we're going to just accoter in French, just get it sticking on the table and pull it across. Sometimes it's easier for me to find French words than English words, even though I'm an Anglophone. So there we go. And if anybody watching the video speaks French, you're welcome to comment in French below. So these are cool. They look really good. So then we're going to place the cabochon in there, and then these are going to get pushed to either side. So make sure you have opened them enough. If you haven't opened them enough, do the same thing. Just get your pliers on the table, open them up a little bit more, and then this one too. This is super fun. There we go. Open them up a little bit more. So we want to do them so they're even. Kind of looks like a kite. So now let's just take the cabochon, stick it in here, and they say to just bend it over each side. So this is a super slippy cabochon. It's from the stained glass store. It's a stained glass bauble or nugget, they call it. I usually make a groove in these to make my jewelry with for the gallery, but we are just going to follow instructions. So now we're going to push this one down and that one down, and then this one too. Push that down and down. This is nice soft wire. So that looks pretty cool. First time ever doing this, guys. I know a lot of people in the Wire Makers Club make things like this, and they're really nice. So we've got that. So what do we do next? So let's go here, and it says put it back in here, hold it in place, and you have to bend these wires straight up. So the middle ones go straight across, and then the outer ones get pushed up at a right angle. Eyeball the middle and bend it up. I'm going to remove it. Just going to bring this one around here and make sure it's centered. So we're going to hold that in place, make sure it's centered, and bend that one straight up. So we're going to do the same on the other side. Make sure the middle one stays in the middle. Bring this one around here, straight up. Keep the middle one in the middle. The middle one's long because I didn't twist the wire. I'm going to bring that straight up here. So my stone is really slippy, so I'm going to do a little cheat here and just bend these in before I add the cabochon. So we're just going to bend that one out like this, and then we want it to mimic that. So I'll get the round pliers and then just kind of bend it in a little bit. Same thing here, we're going to bend it out, and we're just going to bend it in again. Doesn't matter if the back and the front are the same. And then this one too, we're going to bend these out on either side. Straighten them out a little bit. And then bend them around here, here, and here. So now what we want to do is we're just going to stick it right in here, and then the middle wires we're going to use as our gauge, and I'm going to like hold this in place. Careful, it's very slippy. Don't use these slippy cabochons. So now we're going to take this and bend it straight up. See how centered it is? Just have an idea. We're going to bend that one up, and then this one too, we want to bend it up. And let's see how even they are. They're pretty good. We're just going to maybe straighten that one up and bend it a little over, a little bit more. So what you want to do now is bend these ones up the same way. And because my thing is slippy, I'm just going to bring these ones in and bend it up with that and up with that one. So these three are bent up, and then this one too, we're just going to take this one here on either side and bend it up the center, and this one too, we're going to bend it up here. So all of these are sticking up now. This one I'm actually going to use to wrap. I'm going to use the longest one to wrap. So we're just going to stick this back in there and then take this one and wind them all together. So this should be fun. So we're just going to take this one and wind them all together. So we have round once and then around twice, and then around 3 times if you want. So let's go ahead and clip that one. I'm not very good with instructions. I've gone off the rails completely. You guys can definitely try it and let me know if it works for you. I'm sure you're much better at it than I am. And then these ones, we just want to like push them down on either side. And the wire is quite soft. You can manipulate it quite well. If you need to spread them again, just put your pliers in there. Just careful not to scratch the cabochon. You can do that again where you just stick it on the table and then just spread it with the pliers, and that works. And then you're going to bring that one around here and here and do the same on this side. I'm just going to like bend them out straight out, stick the pliers in again, and then just like get it stuck on the table and just spread. Much easier. So now we've molded these around the cabochon. Looks good. It's not going anywhere. That looks awesome. And they did like a little double bail there. I ran out of wire, probably because my cabochon is bigger than theirs, but that's fine. I like their idea of doing the spirals, so I'm gonna just like push these out here, this way, this way, this way. You want to make sure your ends are cut flush, so just flush cutters, cut them flush there. And let's just bend them right out. And then, so we'll get our bail making pliers, and I'm just going to take this and wind it around a couple of times. These are in the way, you can just push them out of the way. Just bring this one around. It depends on how big you want the bail. You can make it bigger than that if you like. And we're just going to like bend it in so we have like a double bail like that. And to make it really solid, just take this end and wind it around just to make sure it's very secure. And you can even form a spiral with that. I'm just going to pinch it in to get it to hold in place. And then these ones you can make some little spirals with if you like. Make it as decorative as you want. So for that, I would just take the round pliers, hold the wire, and just give it a little bit of a bend in there. You can get your flat pliers and bring it in a little more. do as many as you want. You can also, if you don't want that many, just clip that and just bend this straight down so it's flush in there. And to make it even, let's do it on the other side too. We'll just clip that one. We'll just bend it straight down there. And if you want to do another spiral, just take your round pliers, bring it around, take your flat pliers, just bring it around, bring it over here. And then if you want to do a third one, I like uneven numbers. So we're just going to do the same thing. We're just going to start the spiral, bring it around. I think we'll do it towards the outside, so just flip it. This is a pretty open-ended project. The instructions are very clear if you're good at following instructions and you have the right wire. Mine's a little thicker, I think, than what they called for. Do as many spirals as you want. So it looks good. I think I did pretty well considering it's the first time I've ever used square and half round wire. I would maybe go around those 3 times instead of 2 times. Definitely try to follow the instructions so you get the proper design of the bail at the top. This is their finished product and my finished product. It's still really cute, simple. And yeah, let me know if you've done this type of wrap before, and be sure if you have to share pictures in the Wire Makers Club on Facebook. So thanks so much for watching the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for lots more wire art and jewelry making videos. Hit the notification bell to be notified when I go live and when I post new videos. And if you'd like to share photos of your wire art and jewelry, be sure to join the Wire Makers Club on Facebook. And if you'd like to check out my work on Etsy, my husband and I specialize in custom wedding cake toppers and funky jewelry. I also have a mailing list, so if you'd like to sign up below, I'll send you my Wire Art Essentials ebook. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you the next time.